Let's get lit, Warrnambool. All right, everybody. Let's get ready to get noisy. Everybody up on your feet. It's a simple show of respect. From the best drivers in the world to you, the best fans in the world. Come on, Tentland. Turn number 2, hold them up nice and high. Let's make a bit of noise back straight away. Come on, Southwest Grandstand. Shake those lights around for me, Mount Max. From Warrnambool to the rest of the world, welcome to the Southwest Conveyancing Grand Annual Sprintcar Classic. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you, Tanya. This doesn't turn you on, Tony. You haven't got a switch. Oh, check the fence firings. Nice. Look at that. Oh, now that's cool. Hey, Warrnambool, are you ready? This smoke will hopefully clear a bit, Gavin White.
Yeah, there's a gentle southwesterly blowing. It generally is. I know it's late, I know it's been long, but it's the classic, baby. I go back to side-by-side formation. Great to have you with us. And the time for talk is finally finished. Because it's time to saddle up, Warrnambool, because here we go. The classic is green for 2023. The 50th anniversary is underway. Frost, your pole sitter, goes wheel to wheel. Here's Sheldon Horton-Shield. Boy, that is your front row. They're 3 wide. As McFadden says, I've had about enough of this after 1 lap. Oh, boy. Sheldon leads. James McFadden, 2 down, 38 to run. Tate Frost in 3rd from McHugh. The reigning classic champion in 4th. Brock Hallett next in line in the Q5. And it's Jock Goodyear, followed by Elias and Marcus Dumsney already flirting with the top group. Brock Hallett goes by McHugh. Boy, that was big. He's cruising the bottom as McHugh's already trying to build the top. McFadden has gone to the lead. 4 down. James McFadden was so good. Oh, Cam Waters got the tyre in turn number 2, and we're red. We are red. Boy, Zierfoss is around as Chase Randall will bring the reds.
Wow, crash crew quickly over to this talented teenager from Texas who's been a wonderful ambassador for not only his home state, but his country. Boy, that's a ripping shot. If you're just joining us on Clay Pavilion, you're going, how big is the crowd at the Classic? Tony Bockover and that Daniel Trucking replay right now. Oh, just sailed her in. Oh, that was a hard hit, the last part of that.
Concrete, wasn't it?
The tank really got that. Just up to the cushion, it turned it in. And over he went. The easy print, DKM Motorsport.
Hugh, back to Jock Goodyear, Corey Elias and Jamie Veal. Brad Sweet, Carson Macedo, Corey McCullough. We are 3 down, 37 to run. In the 50th Classic, $50,000 payday lays in a waiting. Lockie ripping the top. Boy, and a big look as B-Rock goes to position 3. Hallett in the GW Racing Q5. That's a big move. Tate doing what he did during his qualifying night, putting it to the top. As in the meantime, the D5 is off to the races. Sheldon Horton-Shield maintains 2nd from Brock Hallett. And we are red in turn number 1. And it is Tony. I know that you picked up on it straight away. Brock Zierfoss and the W95 were red. So only another further 2 laps in. We go back to the previously completed. $1,000 to the winner. James McFadden. The Hodges Motorsports Napa Auto Parts D5 will lead off. Sheldon sizes up that high line. Here comes McHugh. Goes by Goodyear. Swings back to the bottom. Sheldon ran that entire lap on the top groove. Boy McFadden just flirting with the bottom through turn 1 and 2 as Tate Frost currently sits fourth. Brock Hallett's in third and coming after Sheldon. Then it's Frost, still McHugh from Jock Goodyear back to Corey Eliason. Very shortly we're about to embark on some traffic as James McFadden is on the main straight deep into turn number 1 with 33 laps to run. Cam Waters in the V6 is in field.
It's Macedo, I think. Cole Macedo tagged the wall in turn 3 and has ridden a big one in the T14. Sorry, Gav, you can see the tyre marks just probably halfway between 3 and 4 later in the season. Just have a look at the humanity on the other side of that fence. Gosh, you guys look amazing. So it'll be McFadden from Haudenschild in the Jack Lee 25. Brock Hallett in the GW Racing 5 XXX. Veal, Carson Macedo, Corey McCullough, Kerry Madsen. Let's open the cage and let the big ones roar. Out of turn number 2, Veal goes by Sweet. Macedo settles in as Brad looks to rail the top. Goodyear comes after. Lockie McHugh down to 3. McHugh upstairs. Goodyear down low. The 22 coming after the 7. Now the 7 gets a little further clear. McFadden, your leader from Haudenschild. Back to Hallett. Goodyear coming back on the bottom. Proving there's a bit to work with on the low groove. Brad Sweet upstairs on Veal. But McHugh and Goodyear. There's Brad Sweet, Jamie Veal and Carson Macedo. Sweet puts the Napa Landrigan Racing 49. Here comes Sheldon Haudenschild. New race leader. Now we're going to board. James got the wall. Hallett got through as well. And do not adjust your set. We have 2 almost identical 25s, Gav. Now, Frost coming as well. And Sheldon has checked out with 27 to go.
He sized him up at the restart. He spent 4 laps upstairs building that own rhythm. He's a master at the high groove. Look at the quarter of a lap that he's put over them. As I say that, Brock Hallett's made his way to second. They roll the bottom through 3 and 4. Then it's McFadden, 25 to run. Next in line is Tate, followed by McHugh and Jock Goodyear. Hallett's coming. Brock Hallett, B-Rock in the GW Racing Q5, coming after the Outlaw. Sheldon Haudenschild rips off turn 2 by the Southwest Conveyancing Grandstand. Into 3, out of 4. He maintains 4 car lengths over the GW Queensland 5 of Brock Hallett, who's swung to the outside. Here's the moment for Brock Hallett. Are you kidding me? The Q5 now leads the Classic. Brock Hallett, new race leader. Sheldon's gone to the bottom. Still McFadden railing the top. Back to Tate Frost. Followed then by Lockie McHugh, the reigning Classic champion, and Brock Hallett. B-Rock, large and in charge. He works the back chute down into turn number 3. This time by. He's halfway home, Wade Ornger, sending a shock through the world.
This is just a tremendous performance. Haudenschild second, McFadden third. Then you go back to Tate Frost. Lockie McHugh banging the cushion. Eliason trying to make some ground on Jock Goodyear. We got 19 to go. Hallett puts a lap down on Tyler Courtney. They're going to be in some dense lap traffic here. Stephen Lyons is the next one. Hallett looking very Sweet, Madsen, Macedo, and Ian Madsen. Tate Frost now starting to make a run at James McFadden. So James has got an awfully tight race car. McHugh on the bottom. Frost is there with him. So second is Warrnambool, but third, fourth, and fifth. Look at McHugh working the inside on Frost now. Out of 4, wheel to wheel. 13 to run as they come by the flag stand, and Sheldon is winding it back up, Gav.
He's closing. The V25 for Jack Lee Racing is closing on Brock Hallett. Less than half a straight away, and he sends it in deep in turn 3 and 4. Huge battle for third between McFadden as McHugh. Clash of the wheels, and that NQ7 goes to P3. Still McFadden, followed by Tate Frost. Back to Jock Goodyear, followed by Eliason and Veal. There's 10 to run. 11, excuse me, as Brock Hallett still maintains that slender advantage. He rolls the bottom. Sheldon still rips the top. Maybe gathered another couple of tenths on him. Boy, Sheldon showing some patience as he cruises out of turn 2 on the low groove. Brock trying to drive it deep into 3 this time. 9 to run. Brock Hallett, still Sheldon, Warrnambool, followed by McHugh. Back to James McFadden. From Jock Goodyear, back then to Tate Frost in 6th. This time with 8 to run, Wade Ornger. Traffic heavy in front of Brock Hallett.
He's just not going to be able to make one mistake. Sheldo is coming. He looks to the bottom. Hallett got good momentum off 4. Now he goes back upstairs. He's got Ian Madsen in front of the top. Marcus Dubney down low. And Sheldon, Warrnambool. Oh, Hallett banged the cushion. But he still had enough speed to keep himself clear. This is going to come down to lap cars. We only have 5 to go. Hallett driving the wheels off this sheet of 5. Here comes Sheldon to the bottom. New race leader. What can Brock do? He goes back upstairs. Oh, he got the cushion again. Warrnambool got into the side of Ian Madsen. Hallett back on the top. Here we go. 3 laps to run. Hallett driving the race of his life, Gavin Wade.
Sheldon's ripping the top. B-Rock's gone back to the bottom. Here comes Lockie McHugh, the defending classic champion. Sheldon continues to pound the top. Brock Hallett led this one. Sheldon got it back. There was almost 9/10 of a second between them. Could be the last roll of the dice, because here is the white flag. The 50th anniversary Southwest Conveyancing Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic has 1 to run. B-Rock, he'll rip into turn 4. Off turn 4 for a grandstand finish. Are you kidding me? Brock Hallett is the winner. $50,000 in the hand of the last corner on Sheldon Warrnambool. Oh my goodness.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Just go with, oh my God. Warrnambool! What a race!
Brock Hallett from position 5 in the GW Racing Q5 will come to the scales to make sure. $50,000 on the line. What a final corner that was.
He just matted it. Sheldon got loose, Tony, down low in 3 and 4. We didn't expect to see that. And the momentum that Brock Hallett carried, is it clear? Are we over the scales?
Yes, it is official. Brock Hallett is your classic champion for 2023. Holy cow.
Tony Bockhoven.
That's awesome. Unbelievable. Unbelievable race. That Hallett kid is a gasser. Here's a look at the replay up on the big screen, guys. Sheldon's on the bottom, gets a little crossed up there. Here comes Hallett around the outside. Wow.
And what about having 2 of exactly the same looking cars in front of him, Tony?
Ooh.
Like, I was struggling with the 225s. He's going to come out of this thing and then we'll belt him back in and let him have at it with some donuts over the logo.
Wow.
Queensland born and bred, lives in Portland, Victoria, drives for Graham and Wendy and Laurie Earhart up in Withcott in Queensland. The Triple X chassis. Boy, it was worth the wait, Warrnambool, wasn't it? Sheldon came over to shake his hand and say, good job. What about a round of applause for Sheldon Hortonshield, folks? How good was that to watch?
Alan Miller Transport Training. Everybody that supported this kid. Wow.
I know you've loved your donuts so far in Australia, Tony, but how about these ones, folks? Would you get up on your feet, come down to the fence if you can, and bang your hands together the Wiki lap to acknowledge the fans? Come on, backstretch. A win for the ages, and it's about to be a donut over the logo. Come on, backstretch, get rowdy back there. You're right, Gav, a little team out of Withcott, a well-resourced team nonetheless, but a little family operation. And Brock's done his own to collaborate with the Earharts, but for a long time it was just him and his family working on this 13.
Huge
and now
shout
it
out
became
to
the 5.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Trevor and Hayden as well. Out of Melbourne, they've been with him throughout what has been an amazing season.
Oh. I thought he was going to kick it in Scandinavian flick style then.
Righto, let's make a little bit of noise over here in Mount Max as he celebrates.
Whoops, take another crack at that one.
He can do what he wants. He's a classic champion.
And he gets up right in front of Mount Max. So when he's up on the wing, you get the shot coming up right here. Come on, Warrnambool. Here's your classic champion. Ha! He almost beat the confetti, Gav.
Yeah, well, the positioning wasn't perfect, right? But you know the drill.
Tony, there's your snow for you, mate, just in case you're feeling homesick.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's like a
Sky is one of the first ones there on the scene. Brock's just getting the helmet and the Hans and everything else off. And the confetti. Holy cow. Come on, folks. It'll be another wing dance, this time with a checkered flag in hand. Driver of the GW Racing Queensland 5. Make a little bit of noise for Brock Howard. B-Rock is your classic champion. What a moment. A lot of photo opportunities. We'll get a word with him here right at the foot of Mount Max.
Here comes Graham and Wendy too, Gav. Off to your left-hand side.
Yep.
How about that, Graham and Wendy Earhart? What a moment for you as well. Wow.
This is the moment you dream about when you stepped into sprint cars. Mount Max, how about banging your hands together? Let him hear you, your classic champion, Brock Howard. Started position 5 and you just wheeled it like a boss around one of the world's finest in turn 3 and 4. Tell me how you did it.
Yeah, I just catch my breath. That last lap, he had a bit of a bobble out of 2 and I seen him go to the bottom and I just had to full send it in there and I didn't know whether I was going to end up in the fence or come out with the wind. It just hit it flat coming off and yeah, I seen the checkered flag come out and I don't know what to say. So pretty thrilled. Definitely going to take a while to sink in. So Graham and Wendy, massive part of this. So happy for them to get a classic win. We've been really consistent, but haven't nailed the big win. So we put a stamp on that tonight.
That middle stint, that was the litmus test for you. You probably only faulted, I felt like, once, and it was just over here, and that unsettled you a little bit, allowed him to get you the next corner, and from there you went back to work, and you knew you had the speed in this car, just had to put it on the right spot in the track.
Yeah, I had real trouble passing the lappers, so they sort of, running my preferred line, and I came up top early in the race and sort of felt like I nearly tipped it over, so I was sort of hesitant to go back up there, and I missed the bottom when I caught him again in traffic, and sort of thought I threw away my chance. So just happy to have a really good race. And
how's the boss checking the tyre wear? What's he worried about the tyres right now for?
Yeah, I don't know. He'll want to get the data. He'll make a 10-page notebook on what we did and try and repeat it in the future. So massive thanks to him. He's definitely brought this team together and given me some speed and confidence in the car. So we've got so many great supporters on board the GW Racing Q5. So credit to Warrnambool. What an awesome racetrack. You know, from what the amount of racing we got on, the tyres are barely touched. So credit to Warrnambool and you know, putting in the effort to give us such a good racetrack. All the great partners on the car, All-Star Graphics, Ferguson Diesel, Portland Earth Movers, Brian's Forestry, Spikes Antennas, Castrol. So many good people on there to thank. My crew, just for working so hard. I gave them all a stir the other night because they were sitting around doing nothing. So they pulled their heads in and got into gear. And my lovely partner for supporting me and letting me be away from home so much. So it's going to take a long time, and I'm sure there's plenty of people I missed, but just happy to be here.
A classic champion, born and raised in Maryborough, moved to Adelaide to chase your dream, and now you call Portland, Victoria home, and you're forever known as a classic champion, B-Rock.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal, obviously. You know, definitely going to take a while to sink in. We've got to buy some furniture for our new house, so I think we're just getting a lot better stuff than what I had planned, but happy to be here, happy for all the great people around, happy for all the fans. I'm just about out of merchandise, so I do apologise for everyone that wants to come buy a shirt, but we'll stock up and we'll head to Perth in a couple of weeks.
For everyone that says it's just another race, is that the same feeling right now?
Well, I got in, I had a really good start and got past Lockie, I think it was, and I was running third, and I sort of felt pretty comfortable, and the bottom sort of hung in, and I thought, I can just roll around here for 40. I was worried about fuel. Running out, obviously, and then making weight. So pretty happy to get that. And then, yeah, the opportunity just came, so I just had to pounce and make the most of it.
Love it, mate. Go and enjoy with the team. We'll present the trophy to you a little bit later on. Congrats.
Cool, thank you.
Come on, everybody, your classic champion, Brock Howlett. B-Rock puts it in victory lane. What a moment with his team, and he'll celebrate. We'll present all of our contingency awards down in the pit area. You're all welcome to come down. We'll hear from Sheldon and, of course, all of our place getters. There's a Hard Charger award coming up as well as the Hard Luck. Tony Bockhoven, I'm going to cross back upstairs in a moment. Wade Ornger, if you've still got your ears in, a massive thank you for your support over this weekend. It has been a marathon of a classic. We'll soon forget about the time of the morning, but I want to say a huge thanks to you, Wade, Tony Bockhoven, an absolute pleasure. Jake Morrell, Gary Ross, of course, wonderful to have your support, and of course the fans and everybody else that come out and join us. We'll get our presentations underway in a few moments, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see you in the pits.